Okay, ladies and gents, so in this video, we're really going to focus in on exactly what LP staking actually is. As I said at the end of the last video, this is a great skill for you to learn. It really is a fantastic skill. And again, we're going to go and do this in a few videos' time. But in this video, let's really get clear on what is exactly LP staking. Okay, so let's jump in. So let's remind ourselves, we now know, don't we, that within locked money, there's two different staking opportunities. We've gone through this, haven't we? There's the single asset staking and there's the LP staking. So two different staking opportunities. And the single asset staking, as we've been through, let's remind ourselves, means you simply deposit one asset, the locked money token in our case, into that staking pool and you start to earn passive income. Great, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So what does the second type of staking pool, the LP, actually mean? Let's go through that. Well, whereas the first staking pool requires you just have to deposit one asset, the LP requires you have to deposit two assets. Apart from that, it's pretty much identical. But what we do with LP staking is, in order to deposit these two different assets, and we're going to go and do all this in a few moments' time, we have to firstly combine these two assets to create what is known as a liquidity token. Some people call it a liquidity pair. And then when we've created this liquidity token or this liquidity pair, which is now made up of two different assets, once we've created this liquidity pair or liquidity token, we then go and stake that. And it really is very easy to do. It's only a few clicks, and we're going to go and do it a few times. Staking in an LP and understanding what LP staking is exactly the same concept as single asset staking. The only difference with LP staking is that what you are actually staking is made up of two assets. So just to remind you, what we will do, and again, we are going to go and do this, is we will combine together two separate assets that make up a new token that we call a liquidity token or a liquidity pair. Once we've got this new token that's made up of two halves, we then deposit that. And in the case of locked money, when it comes to our LP staking pool, the two assets that we have to combine to create the liquidity token that we will deposit into that pool, the two assets that we need first are the locked money token, just like with the single asset staking, and the second asset that we need is Ethereum. So we will need Ethereum and locked money in order to create an LP token. And once we've created it, we will then go and stake it into this staking pool. So again, we're going to go and do all this. And it really is, once you do it a few times, it's not complicated at all. It's also an awful lot of fun. So let's just remind ourselves, all you need to know right now is as follows. With single asset staking, all you need to deposit into the staking pool to earn passive income is one asset, as the name suggests. And in locked money's case, that is the locked money token. Easy. LP staking, the second staking pool, means that you need to combine two assets first to create a new token that's called a liquidity token. Some people call it a liquidity pair. And then once you've created this new token that's made up of these two assets, you then deposit this new token into this other liquidity pool and start earning. It's a bit like having, I don't know, a plain margarita pizza. It's got one topping, hasn't it? That's single asset staking. Yet if you have a margarita pizza with olives on it, it's got two toppings. That's your LP staking. So single asset staking, we deposit just one asset, the locked money token. With LP staking, which is really what we're focusing in on this course, we pair together the locked money token with, in our case, Ethereum to create what's known as an LP token, which is made up of 50% Ethereum and 50% locked money. We pair it together. We've then got this new token, and then we deposit that token called an LP token into this staking pool. It's really simple. It's really fun. The great advantage of this is there's many advantages. You will earn passive income. You earn fees as well. There's many advantages, as I said at the beginning of this course, of learning how to be. Essentially, what you're doing here is you're becoming a liquidity provider. And this is really how the whole of decentralized finance works. When you hear the expression, we become the bank, this is what it means. If you think about traditional finance, centralized finance, it's the bank manager, it's the president, it's the CEO that make all the money. And us as customers, we make scraps, 0.5% a year if we're lucky. It's exactly the opposite in decentralized finance. We are the bank. By becoming a liquidity provider, doing exactly what we're talking about here, you get a share of the fees. There is no president, of course. There is no, CEO. So that's why this is so exciting. So what we're about to go and do right now is we're going to go and create an LP token, which, of course, let's remind ourselves, is now made up of the locked money token itself and Ethereum. So we're going to pair these two assets together. That means we need some Ethereum and we need some locked money. So we'll get both of those. We'll stick them together. You do it with one click. It's really simple. And you've then now got this asset made up of these two halves, locked money and Ethereum in this case. Then when we've got that, and that's called the LP token itself, we can then stake that. Again, like anything, after you do it a few times, it becomes second nature. So let's jump into that next.